All right, so as you can see there, we got that taken care of. Our short block is now assembled. We got all of our GPI pistons in, our CompuStar rods. They are the right direction now, unlike before. So as you can see here, everything is very pretty. Now we're gonna go ahead and get the GPI cam, and then we're gonna get the Johnson lifters installed. So they actually have the quality Johnson lifters, and we have a whole new set of lifter trays for those as well. So now I'm gonna go ahead and get the cam installed, lifters installed, so I can start getting the heads on, get the valve train and everything ready to go, so it can be ready for pickup today. Let's jump back into it. All right, so now we're getting into the goodies. As you can see, the engine's installed as far as all the pistons, the rods, it's the crankshaft, the mains, the bearings, all that's torqued down to spec. Everything's good with that. All of our clearances are good. And as you just saw, I went ahead and installed the new timing set. So we have a new gear because we have a special piece going on the front of this engine that I spoke about earlier. So now we have the VVT Delete cam gear, get rid of the phaser, and we have a beautiful K-Tech oil pump. If you haven't checked out K-Tech, please do so. Their products are phenomenal. The problem is they're expensive, so it's like a $550 oil pump. So they are expensive, but they do work well. With all these parts, we've swapped over our sensor, and now our beauty piece. Beautiful VVT Delete LME timing cover. This timing cover is very nice. You can find it on LME's website. It is a very quality part. It looks beautiful, and I'm sure it's going to be a beautiful addition to this vehicle. So now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and get all of this finished up once I can figure out why this is loose. Anyways, it sits a little loose in there, but it's fine. I'll probably put a little silicone on here to make sure it stays. But I'm going to go ahead and get this beautiful timing cover installed so we can go ahead and start getting the rest of the engine put together, the heads on, our valley cover installed, and then we can get this engine back over to Christian so he can get it on the lift, get his car done, and call it a day. Well, catch you guys here in a few. Let me go ahead and put this on real quick. So now we're on to our next part of beautifying this engine. Yes, I could do the heads now, but I'm gonna put studs in and stuff in a second. So I'm gonna just go ahead and get the valley cover slapped on so we have all of this closed up as far as inside there. That way we can go ahead and get the lifters in and get everything finalized. But for the valley cover, we're not just doing any old valve cover. Of course, we're using the beautiful products of LME. So my shop isn't big enough to have a whole bunch of CNC machines yet. We're getting there. But as you see here, beautiful billet. And it's super shiny, nice. He could have got it powder coated. I like this finish. Leave in the comments, what do you think? You like this finish or not? But this is also going to be a delete. So it has little O-rings that go here. We're going to get this on so that we can go ahead and get to work on getting the heads on, get the main studs on, get the lifters in. And the block's almost ready to go. It's almost ready to go back in the engine. But she's going to sit on just like that. But let's go ahead and get the rest of our stuff together for this. And we're going to go ahead and slap this cover on. Alright, so for head gaskets, we are using Cometic head gaskets. So we're going to get the Cometic head gaskets on, go ahead and get these CID heads on, and I'll check back with you here in a few. All right, so now as you can see in front of me, I have a beautiful set of heads. You can't see that right now, but they're in the box. These are CID heads that are ported by LME. CID is some of the best heads you can get for the LS and LT platforms. These are actually going to flow very well on this LT motor. It's going to make lots of power, and they're simply beautiful. Let's unbox them and see what's inside. Yeah, and there they are. These are already pre-assembled by LME. So these do have the dual springs, titanium retainers. Everything is ported. Intake ports, exhaust ports. Has the beautiful programming in here from CID. As you can see here. As well as all the valves are already installed. All the port jobs, all the port work and the chambers are good. So these actually look very, very nice. These are ready to go. They've already been flow tested, they've already been pressure tested by LME, and they're ready to install on the engine. So we'll go ahead and unbox these and get these put on the engine.